What does it actually really takes to open a GP practice here in Malaysia? Before this, we had a video where we talked about all the red flags to look out for before joining somebody else's GP practice. But what about opening one? First, you need to research the area that you want to set it up. And you have a comprehensive list of all the possible areas that you want to set up this GP practice and make sure it's convenient for you as well. And you also have to take into account some of the other factors, such as population density, competition, whether there's a presence of clinics in the area, health and age distribution of the area, now the financial status of the community in that area, and you have to decide whether it's going to be a residential area or a commercial area. Now weigh out all the pros and cons of each area that you have listed out, and based on the criteria that you've set out, now then you can decide which is the most viable with the vision of the kind of GP clinic that you want to build. Now that you've generally narrowed down to where you'd like to set up this practice, let's talk about premise. Do you want to own the building or lot, or would you rather rent? Now, if you own that building, that lot, you have more control over what you want to build. You have more control over how you want the renovations to go, and you don't have to think about issues like moving out when the lease ends, or moving out your equipment when the lease ends, or fitting out the premise, meaning you have to tear everything down that you already built inside the clinic and move that into another clinic. But having said that, there's also the restriction of mobility if you own that place. And you can't just move out to another place if that location is not suitable for you. Now, if you decide to rent, then you'd forgo all the hassles of being a property owner. You can move when the condition changes, market condition changes, your personal circumstances changes. You can move your business as and when you need. So that gives you a lot of mobility. But on the other side of the coin, all this flexibility can be seen as a lack of stability, especially if you want to build a long-term presence in that area. So with all that in mind, now where you want to set up, whether to own the building or to rent, it really depends on your circumstances and your vision for your business. Now, before you start your clinic, you have to register it as a business first. Now, all businesses, whether you choose to run it as an enterprise, a PLT, or even a Sendirian Berhad, needs to be registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia, or better known as SSM. Now, you can find all the information you need to start up and register a business on the SSM website. As with all things to do with practicing medicine and being a doctor, there are regulations that you have to adhere to before you can actually open up your own GP clinics. Now, according to the Private Healthcare Facilities and Services Act, before you can run your clinic, you have to apply for a registration with the respective states that you are setting up in. Now, go to the Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri or the JKN website, download and submit your Borang A, which is the application form that you need to submit to open a GP clinic. Now, in this form, there's a comprehensive information on what are the documents you need to submit, how to submit, and the processing fees that you need to pay to get this processed. Once your application has been processed and approved, then you will get a letter of approval, and that's when you can start the renovations and the furnishings of your clinic. Now, if you guys have found this video helpful so far, be sure to like, comment, and share this video and hit the subscribe button. As mentioned in our previous video, starting a GP practice, there are specific guidelines and criteria on the floor plan for your clinic that you must adhere to, and this is regulated by the CCAPs. It includes measurements for your treatment room, your consultation room, your pantry, your waiting area, the dispensary, the pharmacy. It also includes the corridor and the janitor closet. So it's really advisable for you to work with contractors who are familiar with the CCAPs guidelines and criteria and work closely with them to avoid all these mistakes. With your new clinic setup, be sure to update your APC to include the address of your new clinic, and this can be easily done on the Merit's website. Now, there are some important reasons to why you need to do this, because your APC, the new clinic address on your APC is needed for certain tasks such as ordering drugs. Now that your clinic is up, it's time to get the word out. But before you can start advertising your clinic, you need to get an approval for your clinic advertisement with your local council. So for instance, if you're in Subang Jaya, you need to get approval from the MPSJ council before you can start advertising. Now, the processing of this advertisement will take anywhere between 1 to 2 months, and once it's approved, you can start advertising your clinic. Now guys, if you are really interested in starting your own GP, follow us on our social media and check out our website because we're going to have a workshop on how you can start up your own GP practice, where we'll give you step-by-step process and all the tools you need to start up a clinic. Now, in order to procure drugs from the various manufacturing drug companies, you need to open an account with them. And one of the necessary documents to open an account with them is your APC. Now, once you have an open account from these drug companies, you can start ordering your drug supplies. Now, every clinic needs qualified staff to run the clinic with. So, besides being a doctor that sees patients, you'll have to hire a team, a small team maybe, of a nurse and an admin staff to help you run your clinic. And make sure you sort out all the statutory procedures as required. Most of this can be done online right now. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and share, and also subscribe to our channel. Be sure to check out our website where we have all the latest updates on programs, events, and even job listings. And also be sure to join our MFM Discord community and speak to your peers. Links to everything that I've mentioned is in the description below.